Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday here at the Art of the Oracle. I have the Deviant Moon Tarot in the background here in case we need some clarification, but I'm going to continue to use the Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle. If you didn't catch yesterday's reading, it was very insightful, so I thought I would continue using that. How are you all doing? If you're new to the channel, my name's Virginia. Welcome. I do a daily tarot reading and then sprinkle in with some 3-card pick-a-card readings for fun in case you have some questions that you'd like answered. If there's something that you would really like to know and you would like to leave it in the comments section, maybe we could do a reading around it. So yeah, so until then, let's dive in and find out what's going on in the collective energy here. What do we most need to know on this Tuesday? I've cleared the, whoa, I've cleared the deck. This one really shot up. Wow. Oh, I love this card. So this is kind of a ghostly image, right? It is, but it is, you know, the earthly souls and spirits. But this card is reminding us of our own beauty and of the beauty in the world and the beauty of others. So this is asking us to take a look at that kind of thing. Like sometimes in our day-to-day lives, we're just so busy doing and being, and we have all these responsibilities that we forget to stop and smell the roses, to think about, you know, the beautiful things that surround us every single day, the trees, our loved ones, our beautiful homes. And in this card, there's a quote or an intention, and it says, fall in love and dance with yourself. Be perfectly you. Find beauty in life's little marvels. And that really speaks to what I was feeling, that energy that was coming through here, is that sometimes we have to set aside time just to be, to be in spaces. And so it's reminding you not to forget to look around and see the beauty in your life. And let's see what else we have here. Okay, we have spirits. Wow, so I've had this deck for a little while, and I don't know that I've ever got this card out. Look at this. It's reminding me of Native American. Don't ask me why. I'm not exactly sure, but that's the energy that I'm getting. So we have this remembering of the beauty of what's around us. And maybe that was the catalyst to me thinking of this very simple ceremony here of between animal and this beautiful woman here. And this is calling in the energy of spirit. Now, it could be your ancestors. It could be the spirits of the trees, of the land. It could be your own, like I said, inner spirit, but it could also be spirit guides and things that you've been looking for. So what is it in your life that you are wanting to bring in to relate to? Now, in yesterday's reading, one of the things that was very, that came through very clearly was the importance to kind of know your own, like, spirit, know who you are. That sometimes we can get so caught up in everything that we do that we forget, like, you know, to peel the layers away of all that stuff is really not who we are. It's what we do. And so I'm feeling a little bit of that energy as well, kind of stepping back into the spirit of who we are, as well as being able to tap into spirit. I'm going to go to the guidebook, and it says, the human spirit is stronger than anything that can happen to it. That's a quote that's in the book. What it is asking us to do here is to really honor our own spirit. And that was part of the message from yesterday, is the importance of really, if we know who we are, then we know when things are not us. But if we are so caught up in everything around us, we kind of take on things that are not really ours, like collective energy of anger or sadness or greed or guilt or shame or whatever. We can take on things that really aren't ours, and we think they're ours because it's so heavily ingrained in everything around us that we kind of get kind of wrapped up in it as well. So the importance of stepping back and kind of peeling away and sitting with ourselves to find out what is really ours. And so this here, it's asking you, it says here, you were born with and given your very own unique ingredient that makes you perfectly you. And, you know, when we're born into our family systems, we take on energies of the mother and the father and the family and all that. And then we go into the educational system and we take on, you know, rules and different practices that we're taught. And then we go into our jobs and we take on responsibilities that are, you know, become part of, you know, what we do. And none of these things are really authentically us, although they are shaping who we become. And this is asking you to recognize how beautiful you are alone and away from all those things. And to recognize when things are coming in that aren't you, that aren't yours. And that's why if you missed yesterday's reading, I highly recommend that you go back and check that out. It says, you will always have a glowing ember to spark into a roaring flame. Pamper yourself and be patient with your progress. Rejuvenate your spirit with care and kindness. You are a fiery enchantress or enchanter, and the world is yours. Yeah, so this is such beautiful information coming out of this Moon Oracle. And I've always known that it was a beautiful deck, but I had no idea that it could be so very personal like it is right now. And this is to remind you of your own beauty and stepping back into your own spirit. Although there is also, I'm getting the energy here of sacred ceremony and being able to tap into spirit energy as well. So 2 more cards. So Divinity. Wow. So we were just talking about the sacredness of who we are. And that's what divinity really is. So a lot of us see divinity in things outside of us, God and things like that. And if we're made in the image of God, then why are we not divine? If we are sparks of the divine, then why are we not divine? Well, we are. It's just that we've been taught that these, back to the layers that I'm talking about, that there is something that is inherently like wrong, or, you know, some faiths believe that we are sinners, right? Like that we're born into this thing and that we're imperfect. But I worked as an artist for many years, and there is no such thing as perfection. The beauty of life is that everything is perfectly imperfect, whether it be a tree or a rock or you or me. It's the rivers flow to its own nature. And if we can get back to our true spirit, see our beauty and the beauty of all things, and recognize that we are divine and we are living in a divine world and universe, and that we can raise our vibration just from being aware of the light. That was one of the things in yesterday's reading, is opening up to new adventures to see the light. So, oh, I love this. And then the last card here is asking us to relax. Yeah, to breathe. You know, there's so many things telling us, you know, which way to go and how we should be, and so many demands on who we are, that we forget to relax and see the light all around us, and the ability to sit down with a good book, lay out in a hammock if you have it, sit in the grass if you can. You know, if you live in an apartment, then walk outside and breathe the air, right? Because divinity is all around us, and wherever we are is exactly where we're supposed to be in this moment. There is some lesson there for us, which is why we are in the space. And if we can see that there's divinity always, then we could see that there's divinity in the lesson there for us as well. So thank you so much for being here at the Art of the Oracle. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, and I appreciate you so much and hope that you will hit that subscribe button if you've just wandered by and you're new to the channel. And until tomorrow, have a beautiful day. Bye now.